guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Najua nimepotea huku sana. I've not been around for years actually. Yeah. And things have changed now. I'm now a mom of a beautiful boy. I love him down. He's like literally my life currently. And yes, I am here to give a story about my birth experience from pregnancy towards birthing and maybe postpartum. Yeah. So when I found out I was pregnant, I could quite like, oh, I went and tested after like 3 months. I didn't see my period. No, I knew I was pregnant when my periods delayed for like 3 days, because usually they just delay for 2-3 days maximum. I have a pretty regular cycle, so after ilifika 3 days nikajua today I'm not pregnant, and then we started like being serious and intentional about it, eating well, you know, having as much time as we can to rest and sleep. Yes, and I will say my pregnancy was easy. Juu hapo mwanzo, first trimester, I think that was my hardest. Although haikuwa mbaya, I had kidogo morning sickness, but ilikuwa tu nausea. I had nausea time I'm hungry, but nikikula inaisha. So that meant I used to eat a lot, and at the time I was almost resigning, but sikuwa nimeresign. So I had written my resignation before, but I was not pregnant. So by the time I got now pregnant, so on my last month of working, like the last few weeks, niliwork tu hivo. It was kidogo hard because I was tired. Unajua vile mtu ukuwa na fatigue, so I had fatigue. Nilikuwa naenda kulala kazi, and I hope my former boss will not see this video. Nilikuwa naenda kulala kazi. I would eat breakfast at home at maybe 6:37, get work, then after place for mandazi, buy mandazis, eat mandazis by 8, get ngwashes and all that by 10, lunch by 11, chipos by 2. So I was always eating constantly, ndio hiyo nausea isikuje. I did have some cravings, mostly basi sana. It was like for a short while. The crepes zingine zilikuwa bitter. I think they were lemon and chili, and also I used to like yogurts, and also nilikuwa nakula nini sana, grapes. I think grapes hadi sahi, but throughout my pregnancy I was eating grapes a lot. Yeah. So after first trimester nikamaliza, second trimester was really smooth. Third trimester was really smooth. Sijaikuwa hata na insomnia ama like the baby is kicking too hard, because mi hata nilikuwa nalala tu akikick. My boy was ni mpole, but that time alikuwa mpole sana, so hata kick I will not like feel hiyo uchungu ama nini. Nilikuwa nasikia tu ni kama tu yeah. And I slept a lot. Niko nalala 9, naamka 10, na nap from 12 to like 3. Yes, so I slept a lot. And I will say one thing that I experienced when I was pregnant mostly was isolation. Let me tell you guys, I isolated properly. I did not want to tell anybody I was pregnant. I think only my man and his family knew, and then now my family. Joe, my sister, was the first person I told, and I think one friend knew. Joe, your time she had come to visit me, and I was like telling her, guys, you have a period, and yes, so she knew. And now my family, I told my mom when I went for my first clinic. That was around 6 weeks. Yes, 5-6 weeks hapo. I went really early, so I didn't tell anyone. I do regret, because I think I'm not thinking. I lost friends after that. I do regret not telling them. Yes, because when I was pregnant, I would feel like, do I want to tell them? Should I tell them? But also at the time we had that distance, so you know, emotionally, and so I isolated properly. Let me tell you, I isolated. I used to hate calls. Ungenipigia niko tu naweka simu chini inalia, inamaliza, and then I pick it after a few minutes, and then I text you, hey, niko mbali na simu. I hated talking. Niko tu nimenyamaza, by the way. And even my man will force me like to go out. Kila Sunday was an outing day, either to get lunch or buy maybe some supplies or just go for a walk. Ilikuwa tu vita kunitoa kwa nyumba, but I thank God he did that. I remember nilienda home Christmas. It was 2024. It was 4 months gone. Yes. And nilikuwa nanyamaza tu. Even my mom would like say, change, like that pregnancy change. Nisikuwa naongelesha. I just go to the kitchen, cook them chapos and all that, and then just peke yangu tu is my phone. Yes. So that was my pregnancy. It was really easy. It was really nice. I actually had a nice experience with my pregnancy. Sasa towards that trimester actually, my baby was post date. Alikataa kutoka kabisa, and I nilikuwa nimejiambia, oh, I'm having like a VBATH. Nilikuwa prepare to playlist, to labor playlist, you know, kwa nimeanza kutafuta hypnotic baths and all. Kwanza nilikuwa nimejiambia due date imefika, I'm not feeling pain that much, and maybe I'll have a Hebrew bath, I won't have pain. You know, I was delusional. And then like a few weeks to due date yangu ilienda kisonga. My baby was like over a week late, like a post date. And that week, the last week, I will have labor. Especially the last few days, ningekuwa na labor. Usiku zinashikana 7 minutes apart, 5 minutes apart, 7, 8, 10. Average iko like 8 to 9 minutes. Usiku. In the morning at 7 zinapotea, zingeenda hata zikuja after 2 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah. And so nilikuwa najiambia it was just Braxton Hicks, practice contractions and all that. So nikaenda hosi. Actually the first nilienda clinic on my due date, my expected due date. Nilienda nikaambiwa niko sawa, I have not dilated, there's no signs of labor. Yeah. And then after a while nikaanza kuona the mucus plug inaanza kutoka kidogo. And nikaenda tena hosi. Within a week I think nilifanya like 3 scans. Yes, in a matter of days. Nikaenda, and then now for a few days nilikuwa nasikia hizo contractions and zinaisha mchana. So tunasema labda it's just practice contractions. And this day, it was on a Sunday. So sasa imepita over a week. Na nikienda hiyo clinic nilikuwa naenda, there was just like wewe bado you've not dilated, utafunguka, there's no sense of labor, but mtoto alikuwa sawa, he was just kicking. Alafu now issue ni hata wakiniambia I monitor movements, my baby was not moving. Singeenda hata niseme I'm like unahesabu kicks because they say like 10 kicks in an hour. My baby was not moving, he was not kicking. He was alikuwa mpole tu, because I also remember my mom told me akiwa na ball yangu I was not like moving. Ngeka 2 days sijai move. Anaenda hosi kuuliza kama niko sawa, anapata niko sawa. So even after I told my mom he doesn't move much from the word go, she was like, unajua hata wewe huko kuna move, you are not kicking. So on that Sunday tukaenda, because that previous night I had contractions again. Alafu mchana zinakuja zinaisha, I'm now normal, I can go for walks, blah blah blah. So tukaenda hiyo Sunday, and then we did a scan to some hospital, iko Mission Hospital. Tukafanya scan, nikaangaliwa dilation. I had not dilated, like totally I had not dilated, but hiyo plug ilikuwa inatoka kidogo, and I had not dilated. So nikaambiwa I just go home and monitor it and come back later on. So I went home, but I was feeling ish, but I went home, but I really wanted like to push, you know. And then nikaenda home, and then jioni zikaanza tena around 7, 8 zikaanza tena. And by usiku it was intense, let me tell you. That thing is painful. Labor is painful, guys. Nakwambia sahi na heshimu anybody that has given birth, na mheshimu mbaya sana. That thing is painful. And then at around 12 zilikuwa zimeshikana, they could come like 4 minutes apart, 3 minutes apart, 4 minutes, maximum 5 minutes apart. So baby ilikuwa active labor, but I never got to find out, and it was really painful. Nililia, I cried. It was like I've never experienced pain like that before. I can't even explain how it feels because I cannot even remember how to explain it, but I just know it was painful. Nilikuwa nasikia kana chizi, nilikuwa nasikia kana dead. Yep. So at around between 12 and 2 a.m. yes, my girl was just there. Hata sikuwa nataka kuguzwa because of the pain. I didn't want to be touched, and also kwa niangalia tu. At around 2 p.m. nikamwambia I am going for a C-section. Haya, kaniuliza mbona, mimi nikamwambia tu I just feel like something is wrong, I want a C-section immediately. Akaniambia sawa, we'll go first thing in the morning. And then so tukaamka, and then I had talked to some girl, nilikuwa some motherhood group, so I had talked to some girl na alikuwa in the same city I was living in, and akani inbox akaniambia, hey, you go to this hospital. Yeah, I was in this hospital and I was neglected, can you try this one? I went to give birth to this one, try this one. So in the morning, I just woke up and told my partner, I'm changing hospitals. We're going to this one, now we're going to the other one, the other that my friend had told me. So tukaamka, that my pregnancy, he cleaned me up, made me some porridge. There are sikuikunywa, bado niko na contractions, but now they are a bit far apart. Yeah, in the morning like 6:30 there. So tukaamka, I was prepped. By like 8 kitu tukatoka, and then we headed to the hospital. Bado niko na contractions here and there. Nikafika, and then nilienda tu nikamwambia I'm here for a C-section. And that the nurse we got was really kind. She didn't like see an issue or anything. Akaniambia why, nikamwambia I just feel like this is what I need at the moment. Akaniitisha scan, and she's like, no, is your baby post-date? I was like, yes, your placenta is detaching. And akangalia akasema the placenta is detaching. So I was rushed and prepped. Nikaenda nikaekewa catheter. This is traumatizing. Kuekewa catheter is traumatizing because it was painful. For me, it was really painful. Nikaekewa catheter. Niliwasumbua, tulieka hiyo catheter like 30 minutes. Like, niliwasumbua hadi huyo dem alikuwa anasema ataenda kuita sister. Aende kuja animwambie nimekata kuwekwa, aende kuja niweke. Yes, it was that bad. But tukaekewa catheter, nikaenda nikakuwa prepped for surgery. They called the doctor, he was not in that day. Akapigiwa, akakuja, and then I was prepped. And theater was really traumatizing. Like, ukiingia unaona umeandaliwa a lot of tools, zinakata makasi, a lot of them like 2 tables. Yeah, and then those people are really nice. Yeah, walikuwa wananipigisha story, we were listening. It was Madaraka Day. Really Madaraka 1st June. Yes, tulikuwa tunasikiza also that they were walikuwa wananipia story, but that time not giving up per se, but I was ready for anything. Nilikuwa nimefika place now, nimesikia uchungu, so hata nimejiachilia tu, now I'm ready for anything. I just hope my baby is okay. I just hope my baby comes out okay. And then after we did the surgery, I think we were done before 11. Yes, we were done before 11. And my baby was okay. He cried, but nilisikia kilia in the next room. Juu alitolewa immediately kama ameenda kupanguzwa and all that. And then ndio akalia in the other room. And yeah, that was that. And then they closed me up. Yeah. It was traumatizing, but it was okay. I will do it again for my child. Yeah, that was the price for carrying pregnancy anyway. And then tukatoka, and then I went to recovery, and then I was so, nitasema aje, niko na panic. Just sasa mimi, if I cannot do things that I'm used to do, now panic. I will tell my guy, massage mguu. Juu alikuwa hapo, like went with me in the theater and all. It's like, ni massage mguu nisikia kama nitasikia, and then sikuwa nasikia, and I was so scared because I have heard stories about somebody that got paralyzed after ametoka theater. Mbia ni massage, wanaambiwa nilale. I couldn't even sleep. Yeah, and then jioni my baby akaanza kufunga na mapua. He was nilikuwa nimemention he was post bed, so alikuwa amekaa sana, alikuwa amepoop, akakunywa hiyo maji ya poop. Sasa akitoka alikuwa mgreen. Akiona alikuwa mgreen, hata nguo alikuwa amevaa they had like greenish things. Yes, so alikuwa anafunga na mapua. So usiku akakuja akekwa kwa oxygen. But the room I had ilikuwa like kando, ilikuwa na baby bed and all that. Akakuja akaekewa oxygen and I was so tense. I cried that day and I couldn't move. Ndio sasa meds zimeanza kuwear off. It was bad. And then after that my baby didn't breastfeed. Alikuwa anaekwa kwa boob, amelala tu, hanyonyi, anaekwa kwa boob tu, hata fungui mdomo. I remember even my dad came to see me and he just left because tulikuwa try anyonye, hanyonyi. But I didn't know I didn't have enough milk. I didn't have milk per se. Juu ni kama tulikuwa tumeambush my body, so I didn't have milk. Yeah. And after that I had milk like, that was on Sunday. I had milk on Wednesday. Yes, but I didn't sleep for that whole hospital stay. I didn't sleep. I think I slept altogether for about 35 minutes for 5 days. And then, but I was really looking forward to going home to sleep. And you know, alafu unajua I'm a bit short. I'm about 148 centimeters. So hiyo kitanda ya hosi ilikuwa mbali, ilikuwa juu, sikuwa hata nafikisha mguu chini. Sio mguu imefura, blah blah. So it was really uncomfortable for me. But my guy really showed up. Alikuwa anafika hapo mapema. Visitation is 7, ako hapo by 6:30. So he was really present for us. And then we went home. Nikamwenda nyumbani with a newborn. A newborn I don't know, a stranger that I have to take care of. But I was winging it. Ni kama nilikuwa on free mode. I was just doing things. And then 6 months later, and I was like, no, I did that. And then my sister came for about a week after nimetoka hosi, and then she left. So just me and my man. He will just meal prep on Sunday. So your time, at least by the time anaenda ningeamka, although I was still using painkillers and all, ningeamka, just go warm it on the microwave. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, and then I recovered well. My recovery was fine. It was fast. But sasa issue na maziwa, that was still an issue because I didn't have like enough supply. So we had to supplement with formula. And kidogo I will feel like my body is failing me. Because I remember your period nilikula sana. Nilikula. I used to eat to get milk. But unfortunately, sikupata maziwa. Haikuwa enough per se. So I just ended up adding weight. From like 50 kgs to 68 kgs. Satan when I lose about 60. Yeah, your time I had gone up to 68 kgs. And you know, I gave birth with 65. Yeah, thereabout. Yeah, so I really added weight trying to look for milk. Yeah, but looking back, I did that, guys. Let me tell you, hata sometimes me was yamini. Yeah, and I stopped dancing altogether. I only dance when I'm having fun at home, but I would like to like go back, not completely, but to just have fun out there. Yes, that was my bad story. If you have a question, just ask me. I'll respond it on my next video. Thank you so much for staying and finishing the video. If you have, this is my first video to do while talking, and I am usually camera shy. And I hope you find it entertaining, if not educating. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.